Alright, so here we are with Unit 7, Lesson 5, and we're going to look at another reference table, and this is many times, in a way, review. We've already looked at reference table F. Reference table F simply only tells you one of two things. It only tells you if something is soluble or insoluble in water. It doesn't give you any quantitative measurements, in other words, how soluble it is. It only tells you soluble or insoluble. And that's what this first slide is talking about. If it is soluble in water, we say that it's aqueous phase because it's dissolved in water. If we say it is insoluble, we say it's in the solid phase. Remember, we did this with the double replacement reactions. And the way that you identify this is by looking at table F. So we're going to do, I guess, some examples. And this is pretty much all that we're going to do. So again, if you remember this reference table, as I said before, this is probably the most confusing reference table that you use in chemistry, because it's really split into two separate sections. So let's quickly run through this. These substances all here are all soluble in water. These are insoluble. So the exceptions are insoluble. Now, just to make things worse, on this side of the table, these are insoluble in water. And you may want to write this on your own reference tables. Even though you can't use it on the test, it'll help you out when you are doing your packet. And the exceptions in this case are soluble. So let's take a look. So we have lead and carbonate. Now let's take a look at, see if we can find, oh, here's carbonate right here. Carbonates are insoluble. But let's see if lead is one of the exceptions. Now, the only exceptions when you have carbonate is with a group 1 metal, the alkali metals, or ammonium. So that is not an exception. So it is, that is insoluble. Okay, so that should be insoluble, not soluble. Getting ahead of myself. Oh, I'm sorry. It's insoluble, and that makes it a solid. I'm thinking it's a soluble. I'll be okay. Let's look at KNO3. And KNO3, we can go two ways with this. We can do the NO3 part, or we can do the K. Let's do the NO3 part. Let's see that we have NO3. Whoop, here's NO3 here. NO3s are soluble. There are no exceptions. So since it's soluble, its phase would be aqueous. It does dissolve in water. And let's look at the last one. Last one is lithium and sulfur. Well, here's sulfur right here. And this is under the insolubles. And let's see if lithium is one of the exceptions. Oh, it is. It's in group 1. And since it's an exception, it is soluble. So it would also be aqueous. So this is about the third time we have seen reference table F. And when we did double replacement reactions. And now again with this one. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. It's pretty quick.